It's Rob on the road, discovering the stories that capture the unique spirit of Northern California. Here's KVIE's Rob Stewart.
Well, this is somewhere that I've always wanted to come to. It's the Japanese Tea Garden here in San Francisco at the Golden Gate Park. And we've got the perfect tour guide, gardener Stephen Pitzenbarger. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Rob. Glad to have you here.
Yeah, we're so glad to be here. And we're standing in front of this beautiful gate, the entrance here. Tell me about this.
Well, this garden has been here since 1894. It was set up for the Midwinter Expo in 1894, and we're the oldest continuous public garden outside of Japan.
Wow.
This gate is a replica of the original gate. It was rebuilt in 1984-85. Craftsmen from our sister city of Osaka built this gate in its entirety in Japan, disassembled it, brought it here, and put it back together.
Built in Japan.
Yes.
Well, that's the real thing. I tell you what, speaking of the gate, let's go through it because there's a lot to see.
Sure.
All right, come on. Oh my goodness. This is what everybody talks about. It is gorgeous.
Well, one of the things that I feel makes this garden special is its age.
It's age.
We have a lot of plants and plant material here that is older. The tree behind us here was put in place around 1900. It's been in that location for about 100 years.
Well, you're a good gardener.
Our oldest tree in the garden is actually right in front of us here.
This one?
This is a Japanese black pine. Makoto Hagiwara, the original gardener, brought this from Japan as a bonsai. And when he brought it over from Japan, it was 250 years old.
No
It's now
way.
been here for 100 years. This is a 350-year-old tree.
You are kidding me.
So yes, part of my responsibility, of course, is to make sure that it stays healthy.
What an
And
amazing feeling to be in front of a 350-year-old tree.
It is somewhat of a daunting responsibility, knowing that something has been here this long, and hopefully it will be here long after I'm gone.
And look over here at the fish. They're huge. What are these?
These are koi. Koi are carp, essentially. They originally came from Iran, worked their way across China because they're edible and they're very adaptable. So in China, about 1,000 years ago, people started selecting the colorful carp, and the most interesting ones are what we now know as koi.
As koi, and beautiful structures everywhere. And the trees here, I can't believe we're right in the middle of San Francisco. It's so peaceful.
It is kind of like an oasis in the middle of a city. And garden spaces in Japan, that's a lot of what they're about. They're about creating this feeling of being in the country or being in the wilderness in a city environment. It's an escape from reality.
Well, let's escape more, all right? Let's keep touring. Absolutely beautiful. Stephen, where are we now? This is amazing.
This is what we call Maple Lane. Obviously the maples above our head, these are Japanese maples. And the path below us is a hailstone path. It's meant to be a little uneven, and it's a spot where when it rains, water can gather and you get reflections of the trees above you.
Oh, how interesting. I've never seen Japanese maples this big.
These are very old trees. They usually don't get to this size until they've attained a decent age, and so these trees are in excess of 80 years old. So you don't see those too much in public gardens outside of Japan. We have an age that most other gardens don't have.
Absolutely beautiful. And you've brought us to one of your favorite places here.
This, Rob, was actually one of my favorite spots of the garden even before I started to work here. The cryptoaria grove here with the moss underneath has such a peaceful and serene feel to it that I felt myself drawn to it long before I got the job to work here.
Maybe that was a sign.
Perhaps.
How long have you been coming here?
I've been visiting the garden since before I was born, actually. I have pictures of my mother pregnant in this garden, visiting while I was still in the womb. So.
And pictures of you and your sister here as a kid.
Yes, definitely.
And then in front of us is just beautiful. I love how the rose here and the stone are.
This is what is called a dry garden. The Japanese call it karisansui, which just means dry landscape garden. When you have stones representing mountains and gravel representing lake or pond or a river, that's referred to as a dry garden. Now the pattern that you see in the gravel is something that I was inspired to come up with after I visited Kyoto in 2008. I was really struck by the dry gardens and their power when I was in Kyoto in 2008, and seeing all the different patterns in the different gardens there, I was inspired to come back and try my hand at creating a pattern here. So,
well, it worked. It's absolutely beautiful. You know, I'm trying to put into words, and I can't, the serenity that I feel here.
I think it's just the design. The idea behind creating a Japanese-style garden is that you want to have a space that you can feel at peace in. Now we're at the Pagoda. This was brought into the garden after the 1915 Pan Am Expo.
It's beautiful.
It was built as a display for the Pan Am Expo after the Panama Canal was opened in 1915. It's a display model, so it's built to 3/4 scale. It's not full size. And as you can see, it's a little bit run down right now. It needs some work. My hope is that we can generate the funds to have this cleaned up and ready to go for its 100th anniversary in 2015.
Oh, that's close.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is beautiful too.
The Temple Gate also came from the Pan Am Expo, same time. And in 1984-85, that was remodeled along with the front gate and our south gate.
I love how there are so many hills here, because when you come in the front gate, you see these glimpses of the pagoda. You see the trees, you see the ginkgo tree, which is huge. It's really just a landscape gem here.
Well, one of the things that makes it special to me is that you can't see the whole garden from any one position. So there's always a sense of mystery of what's around the next corner, what's over the next hill, what's on the other side of that bridge.
Look at this view. Unbelievable.
These trees here are part of the Pagoda bonsai collection that they had in the garden prior to World War II.
It's amazing how every tree here and every shrub here has a story. There's a reason that it's here.
And many of them have quite a long history.
Okay, let's go. This is the large pond,
This is our main pond. It's the largest volume of water, and this is where we have the most fish.
and look who's gathered.
Oh yeah. One of my favorite parts of the job is each morning I get to feed the fish. So this is part of one of the luckiest jobs in the world. I get to feed the fish. They show up. They know my face. They follow me around in
Clearly.
the pond. They're ready for me.
Does anyone get to feed the fish?
You kind of have to work here, but
Okay. Well, can I at least help you?
here, grab yourself a handful.
They're so beautiful. Hi there. Hey, babies. Well, not babies. How old are these?
Ranging from a few years old to maybe some of them 20, 30 years old.
They're so beautiful. Look at those colors, the reds.
They certainly add a splash of color to the garden.
I cannot get over how beautiful this place is.
This here is our drum bridge. The Japanese word is taikobashi.
It's really a bridge.
It's called a drum bridge because its reflection on the water creates a circle and looks like a drum.
Okay.
The point to a bridge like this, which originated in Chinese gardens before it migrated to Japanese gardens, is that you could ride a boat underneath it.
Oh.
So if you're a large landowner and you have a beautiful garden and you have a pond on it, you want to float around on a boat, slip right under the bridge there.
And there we are back at the beginning with the beautiful gate. This has been so beautiful and so relaxing. I can't thank you enough.
Well, it's great to have you here.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful place. You got to check it out. Good to see you. I'll let you get back to work.
Thanks for coming.
To explore other places with Rob, log on to kvie.org/RobOnTheRoad.